helped because while I was fearful of it then, I also was simultaneously being very desensitized to things. So I was never really scared by blood or gore, but I think that kind of helped.
Your first lead came when you landed the Disney show Stuck in the Middle, and then you were a voice actor in the animated Disney show Elena of Avalor, which I will say is my daughter's favorite,
Oh,
first Latina princess,
yes.
and you played her younger sister, who's also a princess. Do you remember the significance of being part of that show?
Yeah, most definitely. When I initially was trying to convince my parents to let me act, I remember crying to them one night at the dinner table and just saying, "Oh man, I can do it. I know I can do it. If you let me do it, I swear to you, I will end up on Disney Channel." And they just kind of laughed. So that was a huge marker of success for me, when I was really young, just because I had met my promise. I completed my task. And then with Elena of Avalor, I was doing Stuck in the Middle at the time, so I was a familiar face to Disney kids. So Disney Channel actually flew me out to Orlando, to Disney World, to promote the Disney Princess in the park. And I remember almost being brought to tears, and my mom was definitely crying because we saw Elena, walk through the park for the first time, and there was girls of all different ages and colors dressed in her outfit, and that to us was such a glorious moment because it was all I wanted growing up was somebody that I could relate to, and I loved princesses, and I wanted to be able to see myself in them. I wanted to be Cinderella so bad, but I didn't have blonde hair, and that killed me. So something like Elena, we, I mean, I was so little when that happened. I think must have been 10 when I was first cast. Terrible to say because I think my publicist might be listening to this, and I'm always walking. If you're ever wondering what I'm doing, if my parents are ever wondering, if I'm not at work, I'm not on some sort of meeting, I am outside doing laps. I'm in a random garden. I am taking a nap in a field. Like,
I hope your publicist likes that. That's beautiful.
I know that's what
And I
she
hope your
likes,
parents feel the
except
same.
for when you're trying to book this second phone call to catch up, and it's like, "Oh, man, well, where'd Jenna go?" And she can't get a hold of me. Um, that I guess that's maybe how I protect myself. I think it's really easy for again, maybe I'm like my mom in a lot of ways where maybe I operate out of fear, sometimes, and I try not to be that way. I think I've actually relaxed a lot in recent years because, I've given up, and I don't mean that in a sad way. I mean that in the most liberating way possible. I think I'm really working on not being so, self-critical or just killing myself over things that in the grand scheme of the world with the news and things you see, it's not important at all. I should be having so much fun right now. So much fun.